Well, we've now come back to Santa Ponsa. It's a Sunday afternoon in January 2021, and we've just come to Santa Ponsa because several people have been asking me about the strip and about the square. So usually when we do a walk around Santa Ponsa, we stay near to the beach, and so we'll start at the beach and then we'll move away from it. It's been really blustery, windy over the last few days, and so there's some big waves out there. We went to Puro Beach in Calagamba this morning, and the sea was really rough, and it's equally rough here. Lots of waves bashing against the sand here, and in the distance bashing against the rocks. And we're going to head up here, and we're going to go up to the top, and then we're going to turn right, and we're going to have a walk down the strip there, just to show you what the bars and restaurants are like at this time of the year with everything closed. We are in this pandemic, and the restrictions now say that bars and restaurants have to close other than takeaway services. They are allowed to do takeaway services, and so one of the first places we come to on the right here is Burger King, and I guess they're doing quite a bumper trade. There's a number of people outside. They've got the motorcycles outside to do the deliveries. So Burger King seems to be operating, but most places would be closed at this time of the year anyway. It's the time when the bar owners take their holidays, as it were, and they refurbish the bars. At the moment we don't actually know when things are going to restart. We've just started some new restrictions, or really a continuation of the old ones, for another 15 days, which will take us to the middle of February, and then we'll see what happens from there onwards. But it doesn't look as though we're going to have a spring season, and even the autumn season is looking, even the summer season is looking a little bit doubtful. So we're just going up to the top of the road here. We'll turn right and see if you recognise any of the bars as we walk past them. Here we are at the roundabout. We're just going to turn right here. Quite often when we have a St. Patrick's Day parade, which comes in March, we have a stage set up here, and the bars are buzzing. All of these bars would have tables and chairs outside, and people would be drinking, listening to the music, having a great time. Well, we didn't do it last year, and we're not going to be doing it this year. Very much geared to the Irish visitors that we get here in Mallorca. Steps music bar down there, flamingos, Chinese restaurant. Infinity. It's good to see Mrs. Murphy's kitchen still here. Used to be run by Les, not sure who runs it now. Here's the Dubliners. Coming to the end of the strip now, to where the apartments and apart hotels are. A lot of the places are difficult to recognise because they're completely shut up. Going to head back down to the roundabout and then carry on in the opposite direction towards the square. But you can see it's very quiet. Nearly back now to the roundabout. So the road to the left takes us back down to the beach. We're going to carry on and go up towards the square, the Santa Ponsa Square, and have a look to see what's going on around that area. Lots of bars and restaurants on this side. Not so many on the far side there. Supermarkets are allowed to open as long as they're less than 700 square metres. Even then, a supermarket, because it's selling essential goods, is allowed to open. But shopping centres are pretty much closed other than essential items. Tavish's live music bar. Friend Mark Ritchie often plays there in normal times. You can catch Mark Ritchie on Facebook. He often does live concerts on there, has done throughout 2020. One or two of the bars are open and they're offering a takeaway service. Local council doing a reasonable job of pruning the trees, even during the winter months. Supermarket across the road open. Everything on this side so far closed. It's a stairway that goes down to the beach. And the supermarket open. It is a Sunday afternoon, so you can get your essential supplies. Greengrocers. And the laundrette's open. Another passageway here that goes down to the sea. Getting near to the top now. Caesar's apartment there. Wind's picking up again. Getting ready to do some work on this road soon. Big no parking signs appearing. This is just about the top now. Downhill from here on. We're just making our way down to the square now. Takeaway service offered there. Businesses are finding it really difficult. So several people have asked me to come down to the square, so that's why we're here. Children's Park appears to be open, some children down there playing. This is Santa Ponsa Square. Normally that's the sort of thing you'd be expecting. I must admit, it's not a place that we have been to very often in the past. There's a community church here that Anita has brought her choir to, but that was a long time when Alan Graham was running the church. Sadly, Alan died just over a year ago, but the community church is still here. So here's the pubs and bars. One or two places are trying to make a go of it. Again, they can only sell things for takeaway, so you can't sit down inside or outside. There's a Celt, well, Irish pub, and the stage, and that's the community church that I was mentioned. So that's the square. We're going to make our way back to Santa Ponsa now. We're going to see if we can get down to the front, if it's not too wet down there. So we'll be leaving the square. Didn't realise they got a nursery, but there's a nursery as well. An old-fashioned telephone box. Here's the garden just at the entrance to the square, the fountains there. Nicely kept, but no water in the fountain. Not knowing this area, we're going to try and get down to the front here and see what we can see if we can get along the front. The sea's really rough down here, bashing against the rocks. We're going to walk around the headland. Some of the damage that's been caused by the storms we've had recently, blown these windows in completely, even blown a wall over here. That's how strong the winds were. Not as strong today, but still pretty windy. Waves are really impressive, bashing against the rocks. sign. There could be parasols and beds out here. Just the way use now. More signs of storm damage there. So the storm looks pretty bad today, but it must have been worse a few days ago because all these rocks have been washed up onto this terrace. The swimming pool doesn't look too inviting today. I have been asked about the graffiti, and is there more graffiti now, or are we just noticing it more? I think the local council do clean a lot of it up for the tourist season, but certainly in Palma there's a lot of graffiti everywhere you go now. Hopefully they will do something about that. A few weeks ago I was walking along there. I'll be getting my feet wet now. There's no tide in the Mediterranean, so we don't have much difference in the sea level from one time of the day to another. So any change in the sea level is due to storms, atmospheric pressure. There's no tide because it's an enclosed sea. The water can't get in and out of the Mediterranean quick enough to change the sea level by more than just 2 or 3 inches, so it's really not noticeable. We're almost back to civilization and calm. I hope you've enjoyed our walking tour around Santa Ponsa, and for those of you who asked me to video certain places, I hope it's covered some of those places. If you've got any other ideas of places we should go and video, I'm happy to do that when time permits. We only really get out at the weekend because of work commitments. But if you've enjoyed the video, share it with your friends, let everybody see Santa Ponsa in January 2021. And if you haven't already subscribed, just hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.